but obviously a lot needs to go in their way. And again, this is a very experienced team, the Willow Breakers, with a lot of talent in the field. And this is worked to backward square. That is, now this one, she pushes through quickly, played into the covers. That's going to be a single throw. I'll tell you what, oh, had that throw been collected, I think that finds the runner short by 3 yards. So here we go again. Karuthika Subramanian in for her second over. Right arm around the wicket, bowling to the left-hander. That's too far down the leg side, and that's going to be 4 runs. Subramanian again down the leg side, hit in the air, and it gets through the fielder at mid-wicket. And they run through for a single. Been the same batter on strike, the field would have had to remain the same. Looking to advance down the wicket, uses her feet well and strikes it through the covers for 4. That is a good-looking shot. Of course, no concern with coming down, skipping down the wicket. Generally, Divya Saxena is a bowler who bowls quicker through the air, so it's difficult to use your feet to get to the pitch off of her. Absolutely get to the point where you get that 4. So you'll take that if you are the captain, Jivana Aras, Divya Saxena. But it's going to be up to her now to keep everything sharp, to make sure that none of those errors reveal themselves. It's a quick, thought about a quick single, but it was hit directly to Janae Basson, who's very quick and a very agile fielder. So just 2 balls remaining now in the 4th. 26 for 1 is the score. Looks for the big swipe and misses. The left-hander targeting that area over wide mid-wicket, not able to get to it. So just when the required rate is now above 9, it's 9.13. Full and driven right back to the bowler herself, fields to her own bowling opportunities. This is lofted in the air, nobody out there, and in fact it goes all the way for 6. So I want to see a replay on that. My suspicion is that that angle from around the wicket, as you see here, loopy, and it offers the opportunity to Jivana Aras to just loft that ball. But we will see what she has in mind is probably different from what we're thinking. And another delivery that is aimed at just as a big inside edge, and it runs down to short fine, and it goes for a double. So runs all of a sudden are coming thick and fast. You've given up 14 runs in your first over, and you still have 2 balls to go. Sliced off the edge, and a simple catch, and it is dropped at backward point in an uncomfortable place. Appears to have been her shoulder. And so sliced off the outside edge, and she's right there. Right now, there is work to be done, though, because this ball has to be in the right area. This is played off the back foot. This is going to be at least 2 more. Long sprint by that fielder at deep extra cover. And another easy 2 in hand, and with 9 wickets in hand, you'd think that there is an option for them to be able to push in that direction without much trouble. This is played into the outfield for singles. Anything 2 or more per ball is what will help them. This is outside the line of off. Melanie Henry now bowling to Jivana Aras, 29 from 19. Played to that same fielder, this time at mid-wicket because it's the left-hander on strike. Next delivery. Good delivery, but stroked into the offside. That may go to the boundary. No, good work down there in the deep to cut that off. The fielder sweeping in the covers. They run across and get 2. Stand now worth some 58 runs. They came together at the fall of the first wicket when the score was 10. Looking to work this away. Appeal for LBW. Not given. Side edge of the bat. And this is in the air, catchable. Down the ground. Oh, it is dropped. Another drop results in a boundary. Oh, had she stayed back on the boundary. This is Divya Saxena, as she stayed back on the boundary, I think that lands safely in her lap. Well hit, but still off the outer edge of the bat. And this is pulled massively towards deep mid-wicket. That's good work down there in the deep to prevent they're only able to score 1 run. And Janae Basson again to continue bowling to Jivana Aras. Short, and this is powered away in the deep. That's going to go for 6. So just dropping that last one a little too short. Janae Basson and Jivana Aras pouncing all over it for the second 6 of her innings. And that all of a sudden pushes the score onto 81. So at the end of the over, as you look out for the big hitting here from Jivana Aras, who's on 43 from 25. Big swipe and a miss. Probably about 6 feet tall, that you're not going to be able to prevent her from using those long levers. So the better option is to get it all the way up in the block hole. She plays this one just wide of long on for a single. There's a fielder in the deep at mid-wicket. There's a long on, a long off, and a deep extra cover. And this is on the ground, down to long on for a single. But it does go down as yet another drop. Tossed up and clipped to deep mid-wicket for a single. So that doesn't make Janae Basson feel any better. It certainly doesn't make the captain. 6 from 29. Better length, fuller, and it's knocked down to deep mid-wicket for a single. Now just one ball remaining. This is going to be Hala Asmat bowling from the Pearland end. Oh, swipe and a miss, and appeal for stumping, and she's gone. This is a tossed up delivery. Hala Asmat inducing Jivana Aras to come down the wicket, go for the big drive, missing. And all of a sudden, with that piece of stumping, maybe it just took a little bit longer to develop than ordinary because not a clean collection by Del Cash. But there, good work. And she's back. She was back looking at where she's standing. She's standing well back of the crease as opposed to right in front of the, or right next to the stumps. And so she had to take a couple steps to come to the wicket to complete the stumping.